let me ask you a question. How can there be something scary that happens at a gym? I don't know. Like, you could just die in the gym, bench press. It is what it is. But, we got three true gym horror stories animated by IMR Scary Tales. I mean, it's gym stuff. I mean, like, unless the horror is going to the gym in the first place. But then that's just on you. So, this is your sign to go to the gym. Also, like, comment, share, subscribe.
I work as a maintenance guy in my local gym. My
Well, there you
job
go.
includes cleaning after the closing hours,
That's probably
setting the
scary right there.
equipment for the next day, and loading the lost and found to maintain the integrity of the gym. Customers often forget their towel, bandana, even wallets in a hurry to rush back home. I get paid
Wallet
well,
is
and I'm
crazy.
never influenced by greed, so even if someone leaves something expensive, I notify the gym instructor so people get their things back. Maybe that's why the owner trusts me, and I've been here for quite some time.
Yeah, you're a good
I
dude,
know this
I
place
guess.
like my own house. It's a
That's-
two-story building with the
I mean, I
office
guess.
and reception on the ground floor, and the entire gym with the washrooms area on the first. Once you made it up the stairs, you meet with a long hallway, and the end of the hallway is the big glass door entry of the gym. One afternoon,
what?
my boss called me to his office. He told me they're going to undergo a renovation, so for the next week, the gym will be closed. He told me to do a one last cleaning next Friday before the renovation begins. I happily agreed, as it will be a week off for me too.
I mean, man, you just
After
close
the
the gym.
closing hours, I entered
guess.
the gym as usual. That day it rained heavily.
Oh, yeah.
The entire floor was covered with muddy footprints, and the smell of damp walls mixed with sweat. Without much ado,
That's
I
crazy.
got to work.
You know how
I
bad
was
it stinks
mopping
in
the
there?
floor, humming the new Dua Lipa song I heard when a bolt of lightning struck close by.
Which Dua Lipa song? One Kiss, No Lie, the one where she shakes her hips. Yeah. Yeah.
An ear-numbing crack made the glass window shudder.
That's
I was
crazy.
almost done cleaning the ground
Of course.
floor when the lights
And it's
went.
always the one night, like this. He looked kind of crazy there, but this specific situation is always that night. Oh, the last night before you take a week off. Of course, it's storming, and something's gonna pop off. Like, of course.
out. The weather was getting worse, but I had to do my job. So I turned on the flashlight, grabbed the cleaning supplies, and headed for the gym area. Now, as soon as I stepped into
Yeah,
the
I see
hallway,
that.
a weird feeling hit me.
You don't see
I
that?
suddenly felt like I wasn't the only one in this place. Flashes of lightning were
never mind.
reflecting from the
My
windows
fault.
inside the gym area, illuminating the hallway too because of the glass door. And in between those flashes, I
Oh,
noticed
yeah.
a long stretch of muddy footprints starting from the stairs, leading to the glass door. Those were footprints of someone walking in, but not going out. A rush of cold sweat ran down my spine. I thought of calling out, but then decided to keep quiet
Yeah,
if
don't
there's an
do that.
intruder.
Call
Just when
911.
I had started
Like-
to walk closer to the gym entrance, the light
Like, if you call 911, that's a valid reason because someone could be trespassing. Because wouldn't the gym be closed? And, like, you're the one that should have access. So, like, that's trespassing. So, whoever they find, yeah.
lightning flashed again, and this time I saw a head. A head
Oh, yeah.
peeking at me from behind the glass door.
I'm not gonna
I
lie.
froze, heart
I
pounding
would've
in my
screamed.
chest, flashlight shaking slightly in my hand. The head that had peeked through the glass door hadn't just popped in for a second. It was there, a pale, skinny face behind stringy, soaked hair, watching me. His eyes were wide and glassy, unmoving, like he was trying to decide whether to lunge or vanish. For a long second, neither of us moved. And then, slowly, he stepped from behind the door. He didn't open it.
Why he built like
just
that?
stood behind the glass, faintly lit by the next flash of lightning. He was filthy and soaked through, an oversized
Gotta be
army
homeless.
jacket, torn at the sleeves and boots caked in mud. His arms hung lopsidedly at his sides.
He just had a
one
crazy
twitching
set.
a little. Right then, the lights came back. He looked up,
The
then
lights?
tilted his head to the side, scratching his arms with his dirty
How did the lights come
fingernails.
back on?
His mouth was partially open, and I could see scars all over his face. The hollows around the eyes hinted that he hadn't eaten in days. It wasn't
You
just
know
his
that?
appearance. It was the way he looked at me. No fear, no guilt, just staring. I took a step back and
Bro.
raised my voice, trying to sound tougher than I felt.
Yeah,
Hey, the cops are gonna be here any minute. You better leave while you can. At first,
he is not threatened by that. Did you see how you said that, bro? You built like Steve and like what, Flynn from Adventure Time or whatever. Like, look at your hairstyle, bro. Like, what is this? He is not scared of you. You just do. Look at how he's built. Like, come on. He'll be fine. You won't be.
First, he was frozen still. Then, something shifted. His eyes twitched, and in a heartbeat, he turned, pushed the glass
bro.
door open with a creak,
Run.
and started sprinting towards me. I
Yeah.
stumbled backward,
Bro, grab your
holding
mop
my
and, like,
mop handle
you know.
tightly in case I had to swing it.
Swing
but
it.
he didn't stop. He ran past me, smelling like trash can and unwashed
I would have
clothes.
tripped him or something.
Just as he
low-key.
passed, our eyes locked. There was something broken in that look. Not just frightening, but mad. Not casual madness. It was the kind of madness that sits with someone until they're too far to be caught by the world anymore. He never said a word. He hurried down the stairs and disappeared into the storm. I stood there alone, shaken, mop still in hand,
Yeah.
the hallway ringing with the fading sound of boots and thunder. After 5 minutes, when I'd calmed down, I called the owner and told him everything. He did come with 2 cops who searched the entire gym. Looks like the receptionist forgot to lock the back door before leaving, and the guy came in from there.
Of course she did.
I worked there
Or
for 2
they
more
did.
years and never saw that guy again. But those 2 years, I went to work with a can of mace and a small knife in my pocket, for just in case.
2 years, damn. Just move on quickly, I guess.
This gym has been my go-to for almost 2
I
years
am
now,
Fitness.
and it's always been a nice and quiet way to start my day. I usually go in early, at around 6:30 a.m., and get my
Damn.
workout in before...
Hey, people that go work out like early in the morning, like, I understand it. It feels good. I don't do it all the time. Actually, I don't do it. You know, I think there was one time I did it, like 6 a.m. Probably before that. But hey, bro, you go to a gym, it's peaceful. There's literally like no one there, and like, it really is calm. Like, there's something about being up before everyone else, or like, you know, majority of everyone else. You know, like, it's a crazy feeling. But I won't do that all the time though.
work, and I generally prefer to leave and not have talked to anyone. Well, that's how I like it. But last week, I felt strange as soon as I walked through the doors. It wasn't anything overt.
Oh,
The
yeah.
lights were on, music soft, the same few regulars spread out on the gym floor. But as I walked towards the free weights, I noticed a guy was standing near the stretching area, just watching.
Yeah.
He was not stretching, not warming up.
Go back to those other
just
guys.
standing there.
Like,
He saw me and gave me this huge, exaggerated wave back like he knew me. I gave a quick and confused nod back at him and looked away. Maybe he thinks I'm somebody else. I popped in my headphones, started my set, and tried
wouldn't
to
he come
forget
up to you
about
then?
it. But he wouldn't give up.
yeah, bro.
He was everywhere. When
Just
I
confront him.
changed equipment, I went to the treadmill, and he was next to me.
Oh.
But there were 5 other empty treadmills. He waved again.
Yeah.
I avoided his wave and kept my eyes on the screen. He
top-
started jogging, but he spent more time looking sideways at me than actually working out. I only did half of my cardio workout and decided to go to the squat rack. He followed me there, of course.
You gonna do cardio in the middle of your working sets? I mean, hey, people can do what they want, but like, if you're gonna go do squats, shouldn't you save your legs? You know? Hey, maybe she's doing something else
At
now.
one point, I bent down to pick up a plate, and when I came back up, he was there, close, too close,
Honestly?
and smiling.
I would have swung the plate at him. I don't care. I would have done it. I mean, why are you this close to me anyway? You know how dangerous these weights can be. Let's just say it's an accident. Like, I'm either swinging it at his face or dropping it on his feet. It is what it
You
is.
got good posture, he said
Yeah, bro.
loudly so I could hear through my headphones.
You
I
got
didn't
good
say
posture.
anything. I just walked away. Then I went to do some seated rows and I was trying to keep my back to him. That's when I saw him standing behind me in the reflecting mirror, just watching
Still
me
waving
again.
too, bro. Look at this.
Waving. This
Gooner.
time, blatantly waving. like he wanted me to be uncomfortable. Something then happened that makes my skin crawl to this day. I went into the women's locker
like,
room.
also, I just
for a
realized,
minute.
I'm sorry for pausing again, but it's like, bro, it's too early in the morning for this. Like, it's like, what, 7:30 a.m. probably? Probably not even, bro. Like, come on, man. It's too early to be doing this. Like, at least catch me at a later time. Like, if you're gonna stalk me and creep me out, at least do it at nighttime. Like, bro.
To fill up my water bottle at the sink. No one is in there, or so I thought. When I turned around, Carl was standing in the
Now we
doorway,
just know his name.
half in shadow behind the locker.
Yo, bro, look at his nose.
So loud in there. He wasn't even trying to hide it. He had an evil expression on his face, as if waiting for me to turn.
I would have ran at him.
My heart
Swing on him.
probably stopped. I froze, gripping my bottle so hard my knuckles went white. I don't know how long we stood there. He didn't say anything, didn't move. Same creepy smile and bulging eyes. I said,
"What the hell?"
and stepped back, squeezing by Carl and through the door. He followed me, only a couple of steps behind, and casual, like nothing was going down at all. That was when I walked straight to the front desk. I don't know what he was after. I don't want to know. I'd had enough. I grabbed my towel and bag and approached Jamie, one of the staff members. Being a woman, she could immediately spot the trauma on my face.
"Everything okay?"
She
No,
asked.
Jamie.
"There's a guy following me around the gym.
I said, my voice low but firm.
Gray hoodie, black joggers, tall. He's been hovering around me since I walked in.
Say his name.
It's creeping me out."
Like,
Jamie's expression tightened.
"Wait, is that Carl?"
I blinked.
"I don't know his name."
She glanced over my shoulder and gave a subtle nod to someone behind the counter.
"That's Carl. He's been warned before. He's not even supposed to be here during this time slot."
Security came a minute
why
later,
is he here?
pushing through the small crowd that was needed to take the guy outside. I took a step back and watched, heart pounding, as they walked towards him.
like,
He didn't even resist, looked dumb and confused,
He is
like
dumb.
he didn't just comprehend what was going on after all the
He a
fuss
bitch.
or what the problem was. Then, on the way out, he turned around and locked eyes with me. He smiled again, a slow, sinister smile, not friendly, not contrite, just wrong. I walked out without finishing my workout. I spent the rest of the day thinking about that smile.
how long was your
That
workout?
slow
Like, you know
wave,
what?
How he showed up from all the opposite directions like a willing participant in a pre-rehearsed show. It all happened in 1 hour. One
Yeah,
hour
see?
was enough.
Told you.
I got to know later from Jamie that it wasn't Carl's first time getting in trouble with harassing women. The cops found out he was already facing some minor charges for intrusion and
Is he
stalking
7
a
feet?
teenager. Since then,
What?
I haven't seen him. But now, every
Nah.
time I walk into work, I scan my surroundings before I ever check in.
7
I keep
feet
my
tall?
keys close, and I never, ever remove both headphones.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm sure no one would mind if you, like, hit him with a dumbbell. You know what I mean? I'm sure no one would mind. I'm sure no one would mind if he, you know, like, come on. And in that picture, he's 7 foot tall, bro. There's no way he was 7 foot tall. If he was 7 foot tall, then, I mean, he can have it, bro. Like, you know?
As a night owl, I prefer
IMR
working out
Fitness again.
late. The workout and slow hiss of machines, low thumps of people softly running on mats helps me clear my head. It's my kind of peace. So naturally, I didn't expect anything out of the ordinary when I walked into my gym at 9 p.m. that Friday. I started with weights, worked through my normal circuit,
It's like a
and then
5-pound
returned
dumbbell.
to the heavy bag in the back corner.
Sorry.
That's when I noticed him. Lanky,
Yo,
pale,
look at him.
somewhere in his mid-30s. I had seen him around, mostly standing too close, perched on machines he never used. An observer. He slipped in quietly and made a beeline for the calf raise machine, which also happened to face the heavy bag. I watched
Yeah.
him rearrange the seat and balance his phone between his legs, camera pointing directly at me. I
Okay.
stopped mid-round, sweat trickling down my back. I pulled off one glove and walked over.
"Hey, are you recording me?"
He didn't respond. He tapped the screen of his phone, shoved the device into his pocket, and sprinted across
yeah,
the
he is
gym.
recording you.
I
Like,
watched him running away upstairs.
he nervous.
What should I do? Go to the front desk? What do I have? My skin was still crawling from his stare when I left my session. After 1 hour, I walked outside into sharp, still air. I thought I was done with
Yeah,
him.
he's gonna be right there.
Wrong. There he was, standing at the curb, looking like he was waiting for a cab and waiting for me. I didn't look at him. I just kept walking. But after a few blocks, I heard footsteps behind me.
Yeah.
I turned
Honestly,
around, and he was still there.
swing
I quickened
around,
my pace. He picked up his...
turn around, immediate 360, or actually not 180, and just swing on him. It don't matter. Like, come on.
His pace.
Let's do this.
I
Like,
cut across 2 blocks and ducked into a flower shop.
flower
the
shop.
only store still open. I put my head down behind a row of peonies
Where's the
and
owner?
wrapped
Or the-
roses
you know?
and tried to slow my breathing. He walked inside. He paused at the door, checking the place out. He took a couple of steps toward the counter like he was thinking about just browsing. I slipped out quickly, heart racing. It didn't stop until I
Okay.
got back to my apartment. I was sitting on the couch in sweaty clothes, catching my breath. I should have called somebody. The police?
Yeah.
The gym?
like,
But what would I say? Then I realized I have left my wallet in the locker. My ID's in it. I knew I had to go back to get it.
damn, that's crazy.
I took some pepper spray this time for just
That's
in case.
insane.
The gym was almost empty. I didn't see him. I let out a deep breath and headed towards the lockers. A breath of relief washed over me once I found my wallet just where I kept it. I was glad he didn't try to steal it, because identity theft could have created more troubles for me, and people like him are capable of all the awful things. I
What do you
trudged
know about
back
him?
through the weight room. You never know. And that's when I saw him again. This time reflected in the mirror, right behind me.
Oh yeah.
He smiled.
Immediate.
Hey, he said
Like,
again.
come on.
You work out a lot. I didn't
Okay.
say anything. I just kept my
But you
angry
don't.
face on.
Like-
It was Christian, the guy I hated from last week, and he couldn't tell I was annoyed. You're intense. I like that. Getting
Yo.
scared will give him power, so I kept my voice loud and clear.
Why are you following me?
His smile was stuck on his face. I'm not. We just keep ending up in the same place. Isn't that magical?
Why are you back in the gym?
My heart
Like,
was pounding.
No, nothing about stalking is magical.
He tilted his head. Pretty girls like you live for this kind of attention, right? I was
He's like,
shocked to
"No."
hear how delusional this guy
know?
was. I clenched my keys between my fingers like claws.
Back
oh yeah, she can box.
off.
He stared for a moment with blank eyes.
Look at his build.
Okay, but I'll see you around, Maple. And he
No,
turned
no,
and
slit his
walked
throat.
out like it was just another night.
Walk behind him.
I felt frozen.
Yeah.
How did he know my name? That was it. I marched to the front desk, canceled my membership, and walked out
Yeah,
without
straight
looking
up.
back. By midnight, I had signed up at a different gym across town, only during the day. Crowded, well lit, safe. Some people would say,
Speak up. Report him. Don't be
Exactly.
a victim.
Right.
but
Like,
those people are not walking home alone at night. Those people have not been followed, watched, or
Okay.
filmed. So yes, I did
So
what I
what?
had to do. I survived. And if you're reading this, be careful. Watch your back, because creeps do not always hide. Sometimes they smile.
what does that mean? Well, I know what it means, but like, you know, I mean, I'm telling you, bro. If you're going to the gym, you might as well just box. I mean, that's the whole point of going to the gym, right? You get stronger. Just boxing. Like, come on. But yeah, you'll never catch me in these situations because I don't go to the gym. I have a home gym. Anyways, that was I Am Our Scary Tales. 3 true gym horror stories. Animated. I mean, it is what it is. Like, these stories are like, you know. But yeah, a link to the video will be in the description. Like that video, like this video. Comment down below. Weightlifting? I don't know. Something. Then comment down below anything. Comment down below what was the creepiest one. I think it was this last one, you know. But yeah, subscribe, turn on the bell. Stay tuned for more.